5 o'clock on a Wednesday, which means it's time for
Craig and Ryland's Magic Review Show.
I'm Craig.
I'm Ryland.
Welcome back to another review show. We got some really interesting stuff to look at this week, including an item that is incredibly expensive that you used when you did your act in the virtual show, right?
Yeah.
We'll be looking at that. But the first thing we're going to be looking at is one of the cleverest mind-reading props I've seen for a very long time. This is really cool. Let's have a look at that right now. Okay, so let's have a look first of all at Omni Tool by Julien Losa. I think that's it. And this is by the guys at Magic Dream. Who bought us the Switch Cup, if you remember the Switch Cup, and the Water to Wine, that was Magic Dream as well. This is a very interesting concept. What you get as part of the package is you get these Massa Lingua cards, which are meant to be flashcards teaching you how to actually speak French. And there's a picture on each one of them. And as well as the picture on there is how you say it in French, how you say it in English. And the whole concept behind it is that you use these cards to do some incredibly strong mind-reading routines. I'm going to perform the first phase of the main routine on the download, just so you get an idea of the sort of thing that you can do. I'll perform that for you, and then once I've performed it, we'll have a talk about what we think about everything. Ryland, I am going to do some mind reading for you right now. I'm going to read some minds. Now, have you been learning French in school?
Yeah.
Say something French to me. Anything at all.
Bonjour.
Bonjour. That means hello. I know that because this says hello. This is called Massa Lingua, and it's basically, I'm trying to teach myself French, and it's like flashcards. You know when Thea was a baby and we used to hold up things and she had to try and guess what it was? Yeah. Similar sort of thing. So what I've got in here is I've got different flashcards. So I've got a whole bunch of different stuff. You've got clocks, you've got the earth, you've got compass, and it's got, if I turn it around so the camera can see, it's got French and English. So the whole idea is it's a way to teach you how to speak French. But I got these, and to be honest, I'm no better at French. In fact, I'm terrible. However, what it has taught me is I can use these to do some pretty cool mind reading. Do you want to see?
Yeah.
Okay. Here's what we're going to do. I'll give them a couple of cuts. What I want you to do is you're going to cut 3 piles. So you're going to cut some cards there, you're going to cut some cards there, you're going to cut some cards there, and leave me some as well. It's up to you where you cut. So wherever you want to. There.
I'm going to go in quarters.
There. Cut some more there. That's great. You haven't left me with many, but that's absolutely fine. That's okay. That's okay. Right. Here's what we're going to do. What I want you to do, I'm going to turn away, and I want you to look at the bottom card of that packet over there. Have a look at the bottom card of that packet over there. Have you seen it? Yeah?
Yeah.
You can show it to the camera if you want it. Okay, Sarah?
Yeah.
And now what I'm going to do is shuffle up that packet. And let me know when you've shuffled it. Are we done? Okay, I'm not looking. Shuffle the cards, Ryan.
We're done.
Fantastic. Now, all I want you to do, look at the cards. Don't say anything. But when you see your card, think stop. Did you think stop?
Yeah.
Okay, you need to think harder. Okay, we'll do it again because you need to think harder. Okay, can you do that for me? You need to think harder. Let's try again. Look, when you see was it in there, by the way, the object? Yeah. Okay, think stop. That one. Is that what you were thinking of?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, the trumpet. That's pretty cool, right? That's pretty cool. You just thought stop and I got it. Let's see if we can go one step further. This one here, have a look at the bottom card of that packet. Show the camera and then shuffle the cards. Okay?
Yeah.
Cool. I'll give them a shuffle as well. Okay. Somewhere in here is the thing you're thinking of. Concentrate. Oh. I think I've got it. Possibly. Possibly. For the first time, name the thing you were thinking of.
Elephant.
Turn it over. Boom! An elephant! Right, last one. Look, I don't even want to touch this either. Just have a quick peek at it, at the bottom. Yeah? And bury it into that packet. Just bury it. I don't even want to touch the cards. Bury all those. Bury everything. Put the cards in the box. Don't want to touch anything. Put them all in the box. Are we done?
Yeah.
Okay, concentrate. I want you to imagine that you're looking at a cinema screen and the thing that you're thinking of is on the cinema screen. I want you to imagine it's right there. Are you picturing it?
Yeah.
It's interesting. You're thinking of an animal, aren't you? No, not an animal. No, this isn't an animal. It's not like an elephant. But it's something to do with an animal, isn't it? Something to do with an animal. Something an animal would wear. You're thinking of a horseshoe.
Yeah.
Boom. There you go. So there you go, right? That's a full performance. That's really cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like when, be honest, when I first showed you this, it kind of fooled you a little bit, didn't it? You didn't have a clue how this worked. Now, there's a second phase to that routine. The first phase is exactly as you saw it, except normally Julien uses 3 spectators. The second phase is very similar to a tossed out deck. And you get the cards in here to be able to create a tossed out deck with these cards as well. And what Julien does in his performance is he does the first phase that I just showed you. And then after doing the first phase, he puts the cards away and does a switch and then goes into a tossed out deck, which is an incredible way to actually take the routine to a next level. Now, there's 2 live performances on the download of Julien performing it live in a cabaret show on a cruise ship, and Julien is a cruise ship performer, and you can tell his act is so strong. And the 2 live performances of him performing this were just brilliant. I love his performance style. I thought it was great. But even though he's performing this on stage, as I just showed you, it can be done close up as well.
It can be done close up.
Yeah, well, I mean, technically, I just did the whole thing close up to you, didn't I, really? Yeah. The second phase, the tossed out deck phase, couldn't really be done close up. That's more of a stage piece. But the first phase absolutely could. And it's so streamlined. It's routine so well to go from one to the other. Now, the first phase, the routine that I just showed you, there's 3 or 4 principles at play there. And when I first saw it, it fooled me. I didn't have a clue what was going on. When I realised how it worked, I was blown away. This is a really clever concept. It's completely self-working. It will require you to spend about half an hour with the props, learning what's going on, because there's a few different things going on. But literally, I got this down in about half an hour to the level that I just performed it to you at. What I really like about this is a routine, as you will see if you get this and you watch the live performances, this is a routine that will play on stage to hundreds of people, and all it takes up in your case is that. It takes up no space in your case, and yet you've got a 10-minute routine.
That's just like a pack of cards.
Exactly, and you can do a 10-minute mind reading routine really, really well. And the second phase, as I say, the tossed out deck, how Julien actually does that is really, really good as well, because he actually does it with 4 cards. It's very clever, the method he uses behind that. So yeah, I mean, it's a really strong piece. If you're looking to add something into your show, and just because it's a mind reading piece, or it's a mentalism piece, you can actually play this for laughs. You can do this in a very comedic style.
Could it be done parlour?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Of course it could be done parlour. It's very versatile actually. Outside of the tossed out deck part, the main part, easy? Yeah, it's really easy. Once you've learnt what's going on there, which takes about half an hour to 45 minutes.
Yeah, it's not hard.
It's not hard at all. Once you've learnt what's going on there and you've got it down, you'll be doing this straight away. Now, the main routine which is taught, which is this, and then going into the tossed out deck section, that's kind of the main routine that's on there. But there's so much more you could do with this, because once you understand the principle at play, you could do estimation routines with these cards. You could do very easily do a lot of it, I don't really want to give too much away as to how this works, so I don't want to say exactly what you could do, but there's probably about 20 or 30 other routines that I can think of off the top of my head that you can do with this straight away. Like, it is so versatile. They even give you a couple of spare cards. They give you a double backer and a double facer card. Just because they said, hey, we understand that you're going to be creating your own routines with these, so we want to give you a double facer and a double backer. They don't really give you a use for it, but they give you a double facer and they give you a double backer, which I thought was really nice. You also get an extra clothes peg, which is quite nice as well. So you've got all these different things. I think, to be honest, although the main routine on this is exceptionally good, and it's one that I really want to do myself, I think the best trick that is going to be done with these cards hasn't been invented yet, because I think when people get their hands on these and realise what you can do with them, I think that there's going to be some very clever people out there that are going to come up with some wonderful routines. I love the idea of bringing something out that's not a pack of playing cards, being able to do a really cool mind reading routine on there, which will work on stage, and then being able to go straight from that into a tossed out deck. It's great. The cards are really well made. The download is really, really good. By the way, if you can't find, I spent about half an hour looking through the packaging trying to find where the instructions were. And if you do have that issue, just so you know, they are right there on the flap. Very, very difficult to find them. And I was like spending ages going, how do I learn how this thing works? This is crazy. It took me a while. That's probably because I'm just an idiot, to be honest. The other thing is, Massa Lingua is actually a company that teaches how to speak in different languages online. So and this is their actual logo. So if anybody does Google these afterwards, let's say you're doing close up and they want to Google these cards, it will come to an actual proper company that teaches linguistic skills. The people behind this have thought of everything. Julien does the explanation. He does an amazing job. He's a really likable, knowledgeable guy, and I really like him. I haven't seen any of his work before, but I thought this was great. What did you think of it, Brian?
I think it's really good.
It fooled you, didn't it? It fooled the absolute pants off you. It's not difficult to do. It's very, very easy. What would you give it?
100%.
You give it 100%. Okay, cool.
It can be examined.
It can be completely examined, yeah. I'm going to give it 95%. I think it's really strong. If you're wanting to do it close up, it can be instantly reset, ready to go again anytime, anywhere. If you're doing it on stage, it'll play to a big audience. There's no downside to this. It's really good. I'm going to give this 90%. What did I say, 90%?
95.
95%. I'm going to give this 95%. It's highly recommended. G-Magic. There you go.
Next up, we've got the Dream Table by G-Magic.
G-Magic. Now, we looked at their music box a little while ago, and you love their music box, don't you? This is the Dream Table. This is not cheap. This is a very expensive prop. It's only available directly from their website, and it's a table that you can set up when you're doing, this is not a close-up item, it's a table that you can set up when you're doing a stage show or a cabaret show or a parlour show or a kids show, that will allow you to switch props multiple times during the course of a routine. Is that fair to say? Now, when we did our virtual show, our slightly unusual virtual show, you actually used this table, didn't you? Tell them how you used it.
I used it for switching cubes.
So you did a cube matching trick, but you didn't use Venom Cube or anything, did you? You actually used the table to switch the cubes. In fact, I've got the footage from the actual show that we did. Shall we roll the footage of you doing this particular routine, and then they can see the sort of thing that you can do with it? Shall we do that?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do that right now.
Hi, my name's Ryland. What's your name?
Cyrus.
What?
Cyrus.
Cyrus. Okay. Now, are you enjoying the show so far?
Yes.
Who's your favourite magician?
You.
Thank you. Now, I've got this cube here, and I'm going to mix it up. And all you've got to do, Virus, is just say stop.
Stop.
There. Would you like me to do a few more moves, or is that it?
That's it.
That's it. Okay. Now, I've got this other cube here. Now, what if I told you I copied this cube into this cube. Would you believe me?
No.
Well, look, I'll prove it. Sign number 1, matches. Sign number 2, matches. Sign number 3, matches. Sign number 4, matches. Sign number 5, matches. Sign number 6, matches. All 6 sides. Thank you very much.
Well done.
I absolutely love this table.
How cool is this?
Really cool.
The trailer that comes with this kind of explains how everything works, so I don't have a problem telling you guys how this works.
Do
Because
you have any questions?
well, yeah, I mean, let's talk them through what happens here. So basically, the centre part of the table,
Yeah.
you put an item on that, don't you? And the side of the table that's towards you, you can put you can put anything on there. Like in your case, you put another Rubik's Cube there, didn't you?
Yeah.
And then you have a remote control. You press the remote control, and within literally 2 seconds, it switches out whatever's inside the table for what's on top of the table.
Yeah.
And then what happens is whatever was on top of the table at the beginning gets pulled back to the edge of the table,
If it's
if that
small
makes
enough,
sense.
you can put it in your pocket and change it for a different thing.
Yeah, at the back of the table you've also got a savant, and what the savant allows you to do is have multiple items on that savant. So the nice thing about this is you can use this table throughout your act. So you can use it the way that Ryalnd used it for a cube matching effect. But let me give you a few other ideas of how you can use this. So if you're doing a mem deck routine, you can have the deck of cards shuffled by a spectator. You could have the cards put back in the box and just put it on the table. And then all you've got to do is just go forward and just cover the table for a minute. So you just need to, just body block the table. It literally takes 2 seconds. So you body block the table, you can go forward, and in that action, just by pressing the remote control, you can switch that out for a memorized deck.
Or you could put like a big handkerchief over it, well, like in front of it, like
That kind of give the game away, wouldn't it? Right, don't look at this table just while I do something here. It's easier to just block it from the front in the natural action of actually doing your stage show, your choreograph, walking in front or walking in front of the table to address the audience. Another example is, for example, you could give a lemon out at the beginning of the show and have the lemon held by a member of the audience so they can see it's unprepared, and then you can borrow some money, load it into the lemon on the savant behind the table. Hang on, let me just finish this train of thought and then you can tell me. Load it into the lemon behind the savant, put that into the table, and when you take the lemon back from the audience and put it on the centre of the table, you can then get a knife and say, can you just check this knife is sharp? And in that action, you've switched it. So when you come back, you've now got the prepared lemon there. What were you going to say?
There is a way you can actually use a big hanky.
Yeah?
You could take something and put it in there, and then put it on there, and then use a handkerchief, cover it up, and then you can change it into a sweet.
Okay, yes, that's definitely a possibility. The ideas are limitless
I'm
with
gonna
this.
change this cube into a sweet.
It might be a little bit of an obvious application. I think it's better as a secret switching device like you used it in the show. But hey, why not? The nice thing about this is you can explore, you can come up with different ideas. I like the idea that you gave me the other day when you're doing a kids show and you're putting a mixed up Rubik's Cube on the table and you walk forward and you say, right, I'm going to solve this cube. And as you step to the side of the table, the cube's solved. And the kids are shouting, it's solved. And you go, what? And you block the table again. And then when you look back, it's a mixed up cube and you keep doing that. I thought that was really funny. The ideas are limitless.
Or you can make it disappear.
Imagine doing a bank night effect where you've got 5 envelopes and they can literally pick up any envelope that they want to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Which one do you want? You give them the envelope and it's a blank piece of paper. Give them an envelope, it's a blank piece of paper. You take the final envelope and you say, okay, there's 2 left. Which one do you want? They say. You put the other one down. You go forward to give them the envelope, and when you come back, you take the last envelope, you get them to open it themselves, and there's like $100 in there or 50 quid or something, just by doing that switch at the very, very end. You could do a mentalist type thing, so you can have somebody write something on a business card, put it into an envelope, you can put the envelope down on the table, and then in that action, as just walking forward, you can just switch it for a dummy envelope. So you can take that envelope and say, look, I'm going to put that over there, I'm not going to go anywhere near it, and then as you go behind the table, you can just open the envelope and take a peek. There's so many different ways that you can actually use this. It is silent. It doesn't make... obviously, there's a certain amount of noise it makes when it does the switch, but you can't hear anything really, can you?
If you shout.
Yeah, I mean, in a virtual environment where it was completely silent, when Ryland went forward to do the switch, you were kind of like, all right, okay then, because you wanted to make sure that everything was covered. But in a normal gigging situation, when you're using this on stage, no one's going to hear anything. You know,
You've got a microphone.
Exactly, and this is a stage item. It's a very expensive
can't really
item.
Do it close up.
You couldn't do it close up at all, mate. I mean, you could look at it close up. And you can look at it and you can go, oh my gosh, you can't see anything. Like, we've looked at it close up and we've looked at the table right there and you just can't tell that it's special, can you? But, I mean, it's incredible. So it comes with, there's options on the website. So you can get extra cloth. We got an extra cloth with it.
You can get a red one, you can get a black one, you can get
yellow one.
A red one with stripes. You can get like a gold, a black one with red stripes.
Yep.
Just a black one. Or a black one with like gold.
Yep,
gold
absolutely.
Yellow stripes.
And you can have it like Ryalnd has, where it just looks like a normal tablecloth, or you can have a little wooden plinth on it as well. So it looks like there's an area that you put something on to display it, and it switches the wooden plinth. What else is that? Oh, flight case, comes in the flight case.
Yeah.
Really, so everything packs down and goes into the flight case to keep it nice and secure, and that's how you transport it.
Really like it.
And when you open it, it takes literally about 2 or 3 minutes to set up on stage. It's great. I mean, I think this is there's going to be very few people watching this that are going to actually do this. But I love this. You love this. We are putting this into our act, and I think if you get it and you put it into your act, you're going to want to use it over and over again. Like, I'm reworking my whole cabaret show at the moment to include multiple switches with this table, but done in a very offbeat way, so people won't even realise that any switches are taking place. You want to use it in your show, don't you, as well? It's great for a virtual show. As you saw in that clip, you can actually have this as your table that you're using in your virtual show. And, you know, just by walking forward to the camera, in that action, you can switch whatever it is that you want to switch. So, yeah, I mean, I got to give this... I mean, it's very, very expensive. That's the thing that you need to bear in mind. It's like, I think, £1,500, I think it is, or something like that. But if...
Have you told Mummy?
Yeah, of course I have. Shut up. But if you that's funny. But so funny. But if you've got an act and you are a serious stage performer and you go out and perform regularly on stage, this will be worth its weight in gold, won't it? Because, I mean, there's so many different ways you can do this. What are you going to give it?
100%.
100% from him, 100% off me. It's a really well-produced item that is made. It's really well made as well. That's the thing you need to understand. It's really well made, and the download covers everything, including what happens if things go wrong. Yeah, it's just brilliant. 100%.
Wow.
Right, review number 3, we have Rinbo Monte by Smetsers. Now, this is something that a lot of people have asked us to review, and so we got it in for review. This is basically 3-disc Monte. So it's 3-disc Monte, basically. If you don't know what 3-disc Monte is, you've got 3 discs like this, and you mix them up, and they've got to guess where the odd one is. There's some interesting ideas with this.
It's pretty much the same, isn't it?
Well, yeah, there's a few differences, and I'll talk about the differences in a second. I've been doing the disc throw Monte for a very, very long time. I've got about 5 or 6 different sets of these, and I've performed this for many, many years. In fact, I actually do a full sort of con-themed act where I do this and shell game and fast and loose and that sort of stuff. So disc Monte is something I know and I love. In fact, I've got the really nice discs with the pure silver Morgan dollars embossed into them. Let me just give you a brief performance of this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a brief performance of this routine, show you what it's meant to look like, and show you what the sort of thing that you can do with it, and then I'll talk about the differences between this and the classic disc Monte. So Ryland, we're going to play a little gambling game, okay?
Yeah.
Now I know you play the 3 shell and pea game, don't you? But this is a little bit different. I've got 3 discs. I've got a black disc, I've got a black disc, and I've got this disc here, which is got like a red poker chip embedded into it, right? Don't watch the black chips, watch the red chip. Do you understand?
Yeah.
If you watch the red chip and you get it right, you win. Now, it could be over there, it could be over there, but make sure you're watching what's going on. All I'm going to do is just give it a really quick mix-up, and you just have to tell me, where's the chip?
There.
No, it's over here. It's okay. Maybe you didn't know what was going to happen. It's fine. You didn't know what was going to happen. I'm going to do it again. But you've got to remember, you've got to watch the red chip, okay? Look, I'm going to mix it up. 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 Where's the red chip? No, here's the thing. It's always going to be in the middle. Okay, it's always going to be in the middle. To make it easier to follow, I'll put the red chip over there, right? And I'll just put the black ones here. Now watch. Whoa, where's the red one?
You said it's always in the middle.
Now you're catching on. You say, yes, it is in the middle. But here's the thing. This is what's really weird about this. When you're playing this game, never snap your fingers. Do you know why? When you snap your fingers, what happens is you end up with a green chip, which is just ridiculous, because now we've changed the game. Now we've got a black chip, and a green chip. But the ideas are still the same. Don't watch the black, watch the green. Do you get it? So remember, the green one goes right there in the middle, yeah? Now all I have to do is 1 move, 2 moves, 3 moves, 4 moves. Remember, it's the red one that always goes in the middle. Where's the green one?
That one.
No, the green one's in the middle as well, mate. Look, don't lean on the table, don't lean on the table. Let's try this one more time. Oh, by the way, when you do this, don't snap twice. If you snap twice, you'll end up with a black one. You don't want to have a black one, because if you get a black one, that's very, very confusing, because now we've got a black one, we've got a black one, we've got a black poker chip. But the idea is still the same. Look, I'll do this as slowly as I can. There's the black one right there in the middle. I'll show you that the black one is right there in the middle. I'm not going to cheat. The black one is right here in the middle. All you have to do is tell me where the black one is.
You said it's only the red and green one that's in the middle.
So where is it?
Well, I'll take black in the middle.
You think that? No, you see, that's the green one. The black one's over there. The red one's over there. I don't even have any black chips. I have 3 different poker chips, and you can examine everything.
I really like it.
Yeah, you know what?
Because I like gambling games, and it's like a gambling game.
It is like a gambling game, isn't it? Right? I know you do.
It is a gambling game.
You've never done the Disc Monte before, have you? Let me explain what the
You
big...
can win money by it.
You can. Well, let me tell you the big difference between this and the normal
not
Disc
at the
Monte.
moment.
Not at the moment. Normal Disc Monte, you would have 1 disc that's different. In this, you've got 3. So you've got 3 different discs. Now, this is both a pro and a con. It is a con because when you have the classic Disc Monte set, you only have 1, and these 2 are black, which allow you to do quite a few nice displays. So you can kind of show the red, put it down there, and then you'll be able to show that both of these are black, and then do the switch. You can't do that with this, because at no point can they see any other side of any other sort of one of these discs unless it's the one that you're currently working with. That's the con. It means that there's a lot of sequences that you could normally use in this sort of routine that you wouldn't be able to use. Now, Leo talks about how to do nice fake turnovers to kind of get around that.
Paddle?
Well, this is kind of like a paddle move. This is based off a coin move, but and Leo talks about it on the download. It's a way of showing both sides of the discs as black. So the pro, give me that for a second. The pro with this is that you do have the nice structure of the chip changing. So if they've bought into, this being the only chip that's coloured, when you are in this moment and you kind of do that, and now it changes black, it's a very shocking moment for the audience. They just don't expect that colour change. That then turns it from, move off the table for a minute, right? That then moves it from a con game, which is how I present it, to more of a magic trick, because obviously you've got these colour changes and at the end you've got this revelation, and I really like that ending. The problem with a lot of the Disc Monte style routines is there's no ending. You just constantly fool them again. You normally have a sequence where they're holding onto the chip and it comes back over here, and then that's the end of the routine. The way of doing it with Leo's set is that you end up with a nice finale. It's almost like doing a cups and balls and having something that you didn't expect. That's the pro. but it means that a lot of the routines that are in print and a lot of the routines that you can do with a classic Disc Monte set, you wouldn't be able to do with this. The download is very short. It's only 15 minutes long, and Leo goes through the various different moves that you can do with this set. He explains it very, very clearly. He explains it very, very well. It's for those people. The nice thing about Disc Monte compared to, like, you do the 3-shell game, right? Yeah. With the 3-shell game, you need a close-up pad or some sort of surface like that. You can't do it on a hard surface. With the Disc Monte, you can do it on any surface. It doesn't have to be a close-up pad. It can literally be on anything you want it to be. That's the advantage of doing
concrete.
This. Yeah, you can do it on literally anything.
Slime?
In fact, you know what I used to do?
You can even do it on slime.
You know what I used to do? I used to have like a long close-up pad, about the length of an arm, about that, but very narrow. And I used to get a spectator to hold one end, they'd hold the other end, and I used to do this walk around. I used to do it onto the pad walk around. These are smaller than any discs that I've worked with before. It doesn't affect the handling of them. They're just as easy to work. They're very well made. I mean, really well made. I can tell with these, they're going to last a very, very long time. My advice, it's not an expensive prop. My advice is, if you've never done 3-disc Monte before, and you like the idea of doing a Monte routine, I think this is the most commercial of the Monte routines.
And it's really good.
Yeah, it's really good. And as I say, it might be worth... It's also a lot cheaper. Leo's put this out a lot cheaper than a standard Disc Monte style set.
What percentage are you giving?
I'm going to give this like 90%. I think this is really well done, really well made. I think that people will buy it. 97. I think that people will have fun practicing this as well. I remember I got into doing Disc Monte because I went to Tenerife as a kid and I saw people actually doing this on the streets for real.
We've not had much Kazan products anymore.
No, we need to get them to bring out some more, right? But
I think I know why.
Why?
The award show.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, they were the most selling products, so they've already won that.
Okay, maybe. You know, I'm sure a new Alakazam trick will come in soon. But yeah, I mean, I saw this when I was in Tenerife as a kid and I always wanted to learn it, and then and I'm obsessed with this plot. I think it's the most commercial of the Monte style routines. If you don't do it, it's a fun thing to do. You can just throw it into your close-up case and right time, right place on a bar, or if you're doing table hopping or something, this is something that you can bust out. Just bear in mind that some of the displays that you would do with a normal Disc Monte, you can't do with this set. But that's the con. The pro is that it allows you to do some really nice displays that you wouldn't normally be able to do with a normal disc set. And I really like that opening thing. It makes it so clear. It's like, look, I've got a black one, I've got a black one, I've got a red one, 2 blacks, 1 red, let's do this. And it's kind of, there is no doubt that there's a black and 2 blacks and a red, and then you can go into this, and they really do. It's just really nice. I really like it. It's fun playing with, it's fun practicing with. I'd recommend it. Yeah, 90% from me, 97% from you.
Yeah.
It's a good prop. Well done, Leo.
And the final trick is ThreeSum by David Jonathan.
I'm a big David Jonathan fan. Are you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like David Jonathan. I know that he's got a lot of stuff coming out over the next few months. I've actually sat down and done an interview with him that's going to be coming out on Talk Magic soon. In fact, by now, it might have already gone up. You never know. But David Jonathan's a very clever guy. This particular routine is a download. It's available from Penguin Magic. I know that it's definitely available from Penguin Magic. It might be available from other places. It's called ThreeSum, and it is a impromptu card trick, isn't it? Like, you can use any deck, anytime, anywhere. You do need to make sure it's a full deck, 52 cards, or you need to know how many cards are in the deck. It's fine if you've got like 50 cards in the deck, but you have to be aware of that because it changes the handling slightly. But as long as
if you take away 2 cards, you're allowed the Jokers.
Yeah, exactly. But
you're not allowed over 52.
No, you're not. Now, it's a really, really clever routine. When I saw David perform this, I was completely and totally fooled. When you saw me do it, you were completely fooled. We then sat down and watched the download, and it's amazing. It's not difficult to do at all. For a frame of reference, can you perform this? Would that be okay?
Yeah.
Because you've been practicing this. I'm going to get Ryalnd to perform this routine for you so you can see what happens in the context of the routine, and then we'll explain what's really cool about it, okay?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Daddy,
Yep.
I've got a pack of cards. Can
Okay.
you shuffle them, please?
Ooh, wow. Don't normally get to shuffle cards. I'm very excited. And you've busted out the roulette cards. You can tell he likes a trick when he deems it appropriate to use his roulette deck. Right, okay, cool. Yep, I'm happy.
Yeah?
Yep.
Okay. Now, I want you to pick a card. Any card.
Any card?
Okay?
Yeah?
Yeah, any.
Okay, well, I'll go for that one right there. That one.
No.
Yep.
Okay?
Want me to show the camera?
Show the camera. Yeah, I'm looking over.
Okay,
See that?
yep, got it. Yep.
Okay? Now, I'm going to cut the cards like there. Okay?
Want to put the card back?
Yeah. And we'll cut the cards onto it.
Okay.
Okay? Now,
Very fair.
there's different values.
Okay.
Ace is 1, 2 is 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, 10. Do you know what Jack is?
Well, it could be 10 or 11.
It's 10.
Okay, okay.
And Queen,
10?
King.
10.
Yes.
Got it. Right, okay.
Okay. So pick a card.
That one there.
That one. Okay.
Your favourite card.
Yeah. Pick another card.
That one right there. Oh, sorry, I got 2. Yeah,
Got two.
I'll take that one.
No. Okay, and pick one more card.
That one.
Queen. Okay?
Mhm.
Now I've got all these cards, yeah?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Now, add these up. What is 10 add 10?
20.
And what's 20 add 9?
29.
Okay, we're going to start dealing.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29.
Right.
Okay, do you want to square up the cards?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah?
Mhm.
Okay. Put them there.
Yeah.
Now, we're also going to put these away.
Okay.
Now, remember, you picked your own card.
Mhm.
You picked whichever 3 cards you wanted to.
Mhm.
You shuffled the cards.
Mhm.
You squared up the cards.
I did.
So you did a lot of the things. And this card, was your card the 5 of spades?
Yes, it was. That is totally unbelievable. I love that. Absolutely brilliant. Boom. So, I mean, that was a really good performance, right? That is such a good trick. I mean, that is such a good trick. I think it's very, very important that when you're a magician, you have lots of card magic that you can do with a regular shuffled deck of cards in use. And this is really cool. It's a really nice card revelation. Here's what I like about it. They pick a card. There's no force, right?
Yeah.
No force at all. You then have the card put back in the deck and there's no control. Is that right?
Yeah.
Then they pick 3 cards out the deck and there's no force of any of those 3 cards. That's correct, right? And then they add up the 3 cards. There's no trickery there. It's not like, oh, that's now worth 1 or anything. You tell them up front what the values of the cards are. They add them up. They could deal down themselves. And when they deal down to that number, the card there is the card they picked. Every time. That is such a cool trick. And it uses a very old principle that I was kind of aware of, but not really. I kind of dismissed it as something that would never work. And that's my bad, because what David's done is he's taken this principle and completely revitalized and modernized it. And you wouldn't even realize that this principle is at play, even though it is. It's completely impromptu. It's an instant reset because it's a shuffle deck in use. It's a different card every single time. It's a different outcome every single time. There is literally nothing not to love about this trick. Now, do you need a table? Do you need a table? I'm trying to work it. No, you don't really need a table, do you? You don't need a table. You have to have 3 cards taken out the deck, but you could give the 3 cards to the 3 spectators that you were doing this on, right? You wouldn't need a table, would you?
No.
What do you think of it? You just performed it. Tell me what you think of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. That's all you're going to say?
Yeah, I really like it. And it's easy to do.
It is really easy to do. How much practice did you do with it? Huh?
How do you know?
Well, we watched it together, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, I know I've not performed it, but I know I've not performed it, but I know how it works. It's very easy to do. Here's a question. Some of the time when we review stuff on this channel, you stop doing it. It's like you've only learnt it for the review show. I'm not going to do that anymore. You stop doing it. Is this one that you're going to stop doing, or is this one that you're going to keep in your bag of tricks that you're going to bust out every so often?
I'm going to give it 100%.
Wow, you really like it. It's also very cheap. It's only £10, $10, whatever it is.
Actually, no, I'm going to give it 90.
90%. How did you just lose 10%? What happened to the trick to make it lose 10%?
The beginning is you've got to make sure you've got the... Well,
Huh?
I'm not saying how it works.
No, it's completely impromptu, dude. It's
The
completely...
beginning's really hard.
It's
really hard.
It's not really hard. It's not hard at
You
all.
can get the wrong amount. Like, you can get like 20 cards. You can get like, I don't know, 18 cards.
No. It's not hard at all. It's not hard at all. I disagree with you completely there.
Okay,
But no, you give it what you want to.
95.
You're giving it 95%.
It lost 10, then added 10, then lost 5.
Okay, fair enough. I really like this. I'm going to give this 92%. I think this is really great. And this is something that I'm going to carry on doing. Now, it's very... Once you know the method, it's something that you're not going to forget. It's so easy to do. But you'll fool yourself when you're doing it. It's just, you kind of deal through and you get to that number and you go, this can't work. This isn't going to work. Oh my gosh, this has worked. Like I say, it's a download. It's only $10, £10. David explains it very, very clearly. It's like a half an hour download. Yeah, it's highly recommended. You can get it from Penguin Magic, or you can get it directly from David Jonathan, I think. But just there'll be a link in the description down below. But yeah, get it. It's really good.
And that's another review show in the bag. Yeah. And that's another review show in the bag.
Honestly, you get weirder and weirder and weirder every single time. Guys, it is another review show in the bag. Let us know in the comments down below what you think. We really like the items that have come out this week. There's some really good stuff. Very mixed bag as well. Everything from a $10 download to a £2,000 table. Let us know in the comments down below what you think. And please, if you want to see more videos like this, like the video, leave a comment down below, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you follow him on YouTube. He is The Kid Magician. You can follow him on YouTube just by searching for The Kid Magician. And we'll be back next Wednesday, won't we?
Yeah.
I'm going to be back tomorrow with the magic stuff at 9 o'clock and a magic live at 6 o'clock. But we'll be back together at 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
5 o'clock next Wednesday. Boom. I'm Craig.
I'm Ryalnd.
We'll see you next week. Take care. Bye, everyone.